In today's lesson, we have two stories that are put together. One is from the Old Testament, and it's the Tower of Babel. And then from the New Testament, we have the story of Pentecost.
There was once a great tower. Everyone working on the tower spoke the same language and worked together. They said, "Let's build a city with a tower to the heavens. Then we will make a name for ourselves." But as the tower grew taller and taller, the people grew proud of themselves. They began to think they were greater builders than God. Then a strange noise replaced their talking. It made no sense. Everyone was babbling. Everyone was speaking in different languages. Eventually, they stopped building the tower. It was called the Tower of Babel. The language of the people of the earth was shattered and broken into splinters. Each one was beautiful, but it was broken. Thousands of years passed. Then Jesus came, healed, taught, listened, and died on the cross, and rose from the dead on Easter. The disciples kept seeing him, and then one day, something amazing happened. The disciples were in Jerusalem. They were worried and waiting for the Holy Spirit. Here they are: Peter, James, John, Andrew, Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, Thomas, James the Less, Simon, and Jude. Jesus took them outside to Jerusalem to a mountain called Olivet, or as far as Bethany. There, with the disciples gathered, Jesus went up, and soon the Holy Spirit would come down. The 11 disciples went back into the city. They were full of joy and went to the temple to pray. Then they went to the upper room, and with God's help, decided that Matthias would take Judas' place. On Sunday, the 12 were together again. Suddenly, there was a sound like a mighty, rushing wind. It was the Holy Spirit. They became so full of its power that they seemed to be on fire. Their tongues burned in their mouths. They were so excited that people wondered what was going on. When the disciples went out on the street, there were people there from many different countries. They spoke many different languages. But no matter what language they spoke, each person heard the disciples in their own language. Everyone could see that the 12 had come close to God, and God had come close to them in a new way. The disciples went out into all the world to tell the story of Jesus. Ever since, Pentecost has been celebrated and remembered. I wonder how the disciples felt as they spoke and were heard in each person's language. I wonder if what was done at the Tower of Babel was undone on Pentecost. I wonder what else God can undo.